Check out some of the touchdown scorer bets available on the DK Sportsbook for SB56. Looking at the first touchdown scorer for the game. Cooper Kupp, the favorite. Shocker. Plus 450. Would he be your pick, Geoff?
No, man. I mean, for first touchdown scorer, look, I mean, we're not only do we need to pick the guy who gets in the end zone, which is a hard enough task as it is. Now he's got to be first. We need bigger odds here, Emerson. We got to go down the list. And look, there is a very, very big injury here that probably not enough people are talking about. Tyler Higbee sprained MCL. He's looking very questionable. And two of the Rams' backups are also hurt. Johnny Munt and the other guy whose name I can't remember right now. But anyways, you know, you have a guy in Kendall Blanton at plus 1,600 going up against a Cincinnati Bengals defense. Again, they're bottom 5 in like every metric against guarding against the tight end. Kendall Blanton, if he's out there by himself, it's going to be a great first touchdown prop, in my opinion. Plus 1,600, he'll have all the snaps because legitimately he'll be the only tight end available if Tyler Higbee is out. I think Higbee is fine if he plays at plus 1,400, but I'd rather take a healthy guy in a completely like high usage role with Kendall Blanton. So let's hope Higbee, just sits this one out. We get Blanton because I think plus 1,600 is really good. Also like Tyler Boyd there at plus 1,800.
All right, Pearce, Cooper Kupp with the shortest odds to be the first touchdown scorer. Who else you like?
I'm going to take Kupp. I'll chase longer odds on the other picks, but here it seems like it's going to be Kupp. The first 15 plays of a game are typically scripted out, and if you're going to script out plays, you probably want to script in a couple Cooper Kupp passes, especially when you're in the red zone and when you're in the goal line. I would imagine the team is going to prefer targeting Cooper Kupp. He probably is more likely to catch the ball than Kendall Blanton. So in this case, I'm going to go with the short odds.
All right, Alan, 2 running backs after him, listed at plus 750 in Akers and Mixon.
The defenses have to keep tabs on Cooper Kupp, right? I guess they've been trying to do that all year, but a random thing like first touchdown, I like better odds on T. Higgins at plus 1,200. And the other one is Sony Michel. Cam Akers has had fumbleitis, and that's been a narrative going around. So if they get close on the goal line, McVay has said they proactively want to get Sony Michel the ball. I like the plus 1,600 on him.
All right, guys, you're going to see a trend in this segment because Cooper Kupp is also the favorite to score 2+ touchdowns in the game. The odds aren't great. It's plus 250. So is there someone else you'd rather look at here? What do we think, Pearce?
Yeah, these odds are just too short. He did accomplish this feat 6 times this season, but that also means 14 times this season he didn't pull it off. So if we're talking about something that's very unlikely, then we better get some longer odds. I like considering Samaje Perine at plus 2,200. We can see him getting 1 touchdown for sure. He got a touchdown last week. We just need the Rams to make a mistake, which they do. And we mentioned earlier that they miss tackles. They're 24th in missed tackles. That could open the door to a second touchdown. I'm with Geoff here and trying to chase some long odds.
Right. I mean, Alan, as Pearce pointed out, he did it 6 times in the regular season.
Yeah, none of the odds look like a value, but forced to play it. I would go back, I said, to Sony Michel, plus 1,400. Goal line runners are like closers in baseball. If you get the save, and in this case, the successful goal line conversion, the coach will tend to go back to you. If Michel converts one on the goal line, he should get a second crack at it.
All right, Geoff, what do we think?
Yeah, look, there's nothing I'm in love with here either, but I'm certainly not going to bet the top of the market in the 2 touchdown, 2 plus 250. Again, touchdown's just such a variable thing, but I go back to the tight end position. I think you can even look at the tight ends on both sides. Like if Uzama plays, plus 1,500 is pretty fair, but I think you even go bigger. Like, why is the Cincinnati defense plus 6,500 to score twice versus the Rams defense at plus 2,000? I think that's a big enough gap in the odds to warrant something. I also think both quarterbacks to rush for 2 touchdowns, it's not as crazy as it sounds. All it takes is them getting down to the 1-yard line and sneaking in once and then maybe making a little run. So you're getting massive odds to do things like that. If you're targeting this prop, again, 2+ touchdowns, these are the kind of things you want to think about. Probably not the top of the market.
Right. Hasn't Stafford scored a couple rushing touchdowns like this postseason, too?
He has. He's been very active lately, Emerson. Good observation.
Oh. Thank you so much. Much like yourself, I occasionally do some research. There's another category here, dude, for a player to score a touchdown and for their team to win. The favorite here, Cooper Kupp again. Oh, my God. Plus 105. You get better odds with other players, though, including Jamar Chase, plus 350. Is Kupp the play here, Alan? Can you give us somebody else
Well, I guess Cooper Kupp is a household name at this point, and I'll keep to my theme. You say Kupp, I snap back and say Sony Michel. I think he's the best value to score, and if you agree with the applied odds, the Rams are going to win. My take is that Cincinnati is the team of destiny here, and I could tell myself a story where Stafford throws that game-crushing pick six. He was on a roll with pick sixes at the end of the season, and if that goes down, Cincy D plus the win, plus 1,200, that's my play.
Okay, what's your play here, Geoff?
So with the score and win odds, like you want to make sure. I mean, obviously you also need the team to win. I mean, if Cooper Kupp scores, that's great. But if the Bengals win like 30-24, well, you don't even get the cash in on the Cooper Kupp touchdown. So in most of these cases, you're going to just want to bet the touchdown prop. But I think there's a couple scenarios here where you're going to get some extra value. Like if the Rams defense scores a touchdown, there's very few scenarios there where the Bengals are probably going to be winning the game, because it's such a back-breaking thing for a defense to score a touchdown. Kind of flips the script. The one team had the ball, then the defense scores, and it's just like, oh, they got 3 points. So the Rams at plus 550 to score and the Rams to win. You know, the Rams defense just to score a touchdown is plus 400. So you're getting much better odds to do this. And like I said, I mean, the likelihood of the Rams scoring a defensive touchdown and not winning the game, they're probably a lot lower than like just a random offensive player getting a touchdown. So that's probably the one I like best in this one. I think if you're going to the Cincinnati side too, you could look at Joe Burrow again. And if Joe Burrow sneaks in for a touchdown here, I think there's a good chance that the Bengals have just controlled this game. And instead of Burrow passing like 400 yards and be sneaking in for one. So that's another prop I don't mind if you're on the Cincinnati side.
All right, Pearce, we have less than a minute to go in the show. What do you like in this betting department?
Yeah, you can't take Kupp because the Bengals are going to win. Take Higgins at plus 500. Look at Pirine at plus 850. Or the one that I really like, which Alan mentioned, the Bengals defense. And it's the reason that Geoff already alluded to. There is a correlation between a defense scoring and then winning the game. Plus 1,200 for the Bengals. Maybe you consider the Rams. But I think that's the bet to make, is bet one of these defenses to score and win.